Hello friends, in this part we'll be learning about Karl Pearson correlation coefficient. But this is problem where the Karl Pearson correlation is given in range form. So first of all, this part is considered as x variable and the vertical part is variable y, and this is the main question. So this 100 to 8, 100 to 80, 80 to 60, 60 to 40, these are the range of 20 which are variable x, and 0 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 150, these are the variable y, and these are the frequencies. So this is the basic problem of to find out correlation coefficient between variable x and variable y. Now let's move further. We'll solve this problem step by step. So first of all, we'll make the total of variables, so we can find out how much is the total frequency. So this is called step 1. Find the total n. So let's sum up. We sum up horizontally as well as vertically, but the answer should be the common one, which is we'll be having 100 here. So when we sum up the variables horizontally, the first is 13, 28, and when you total this up it is 100, and vertically when you total this it becomes 2, 11, 49, and total becomes 100. So in short, for this Karl Pearson correlation, our n is 100. Let's move further to the second step. Now in step 2, we need to find out mid values. Step 2 is to find mid values of x and y. As I said, these are variable y, so all the calculations of y will be made here, and this are variable x, all the calculations of x will be made here. So mid values are lower plus higher divided by 2, which is 50 by 2 is 25, and the range is 50, so we add in mid values 50, 50, that is 25, 75, 125, and so on. Similarly for mid value of x, 100 plus 80, 180 divided by 2, it comes to 90, and then the gap of 20, 20, so it is 90, 70, 50, and the last is 100. So this we call it as finding the mid value, which is our step 2. Step 3, as in Karl Pearson correlation, we need to assume what is value u and v. So for v, we assume 125, which is 0, and above this, that is difference between 75 and 125 is minus 50 divided by range 50, so it will be minus 1. 25 minus 125 is 100 divided by 50, so minus 2, and 1 and 2. Similarly for x, we assume u equals to 50, and the gap is 20, 20, so it is 50 minus 70 is minus 1, minus 2, and so on. So that was our step 2. Step 3, now we are moving to step 4, where we multiply our frequency with the assumed value, that is assumed value of u and assumed value of v. So we multiply 13 into 2, which comes to minus 26, 28 into 1 minus 28, 29 into 1 29, and when we total up, it is called sigma fv. Sigma fv is minus 13. The same way we can multiply our frequency of x with value of u, which is 2 into 2 minus 4, 11 into 1 minus 11, and so on, and that comes to 30, and this is called sigma fu. Now after that, the next step is to find fu square and fv square. So this is fv we have, again we multiply with v and we get fv square. So this is f multiplied by v multiplied by v, which comes to 26 into 2, positive 52, 28, 0, 29 and 24. And when we sum up, this is sigma fv square 133. Similarly, this is f into u, that is fu square, which is 4 2s are 8, 11s are 11, and the total is 78, which is sigma fu square. The next thing, which is very crucial for Karl Pearson correlation, which is sigma fu, and it requires good care of calculation. So let us do frequency of u and frequency of v. So we will multiply that, but before that let me highlight for you what things we are going to multiply. So we are going to multiply this u, that is this part, this one, with u, that is this part, with its respective frequency. So 2 minus 2 is minus 4, minus 4 into again minus 2, which becomes positive 8, which we will write into here by creating box. 4 minus 2 is minus 8, minus 8 minus 1 is again plus 8. Third one, 7 into 2, which is minus 14, but into 0 is, it will be 0. So we can put all this vertical part 0 here, because anything which we multiply with 0, it will be 0. Over here the frequencies are 0, so there is no need to make multiplication. Now here 6 multiplied by v, which is minus 1, multiplied by again u minus 1, so it will become positive 6. 8 into 1 minus 1, and again into positive 1, so it will become minus 8 only. Next 1, this will be again 0, because horizontally we have assumed 0, so anything which you multiply with 0, it will be 0. Now 6 multiplied by 1 is 1, into 1 is again 6. 3 multiplied by 1 is 1, into 2 is 6. And the last frequency which multiplies 5 into 2, 10. 10 into 1 is again 10. 1 into 2, 2, and multiplied by 2, which is 4. Now this is, I have written, which is total of the frequencies which we have written in box. So 8 plus 8 is 16, 6 plus minus 8 is minus 2, this is 0, 6 plus 6 is 12, and 10 plus 14 is 14. So sigma fu is 4040. Now if your calculations are correct, the horizontally sigma fu should also be 40, so that by this way you can make tally. So let's make total. 8, which is 8 as it is, 8 plus 6, which is 14, this is 0, minus 8 plus 6 and plus 10, so 16 minus 8 is minus plus 8, and then 6 plus 4, which is 10. So when you make total, 8 plus 14 22, 22 plus 8 30, 30 plus 10 40. So both the ways your sigma fu by horizontally or vertically, it is same, so your calculations are correct. Now your final formula to find out Karl Pearson correlation is n sigma uv. So here we have calculated n, which is 100. So let's write n is 100, n which we have calculated as 100, sigma uv, which is just we have make tally, which is 40. Sigma u, that is what earlier we had made calculation, and our sigma u was 30. Just to make you clarify, this is our sigma u, which is 30, and our sigma v, which is minus 13. So sigma u is 3030 and sigma v is minus 13. Sigma u square, which we have calculated, which was 78, and sigma v square, which we have calculated as 133. Let's make tally of this. Sigma u square, which is 78, which is here, and sigma v square, which is 133, which is here. So now let's put up these figures into formula and let's find out the Karl Pearson correlation. We have all the figures. So by putting this, our R equals to 100 into bracket sigma uv, which we have found 40, minus sign sigma u, which is 30, we just have found, and sigma v is minus 13, whole divided by 100. So which is 100 multiplied by sigma u square, which is 78, minus sigma u, which is 30, the whole square, into second bracket. 100 is our n, our v square is 133, and minus our v square, minus our v square is 133. So our sigma v, sigma u was 30. Let's make it here, and this is minus 13. That comes to u square was 78, and this was our this is our v square, which is 133, and this was 13, the whole square. Now after simplifying this, we will get 4000 plus 390, and in under root we'll get 6900 in first bracket and 13,300 and 131 into the second bracket. That comes to 4390 divided by 83.06 and multiplied by 114.60. So your final answer of correlation comes to 0.46. This is how we can make calculation of Karl Pearson correlation, and when there is range is given rather than variables, the variables are given in range. So thank you very much for the listening, and for more details you can visit my blogspot. Thank you so much.